YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here to review the latest episode of the latest Canadian episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 7 Episode 9, Honest Apple. And yeah, this was honestly the very first episode that I felt very mixed about, to almost meh level. And this is the first for me with season 7 so far. I mean, all the previous episodes so far have been really good, and seeing this be the first almost meh episode is pretty interesting, actually. But with that out of the way, let's begin. The episode is about Rarity hosting a fashion contest with these three fashion designers who will be chosen to represent Rarity's fashion boutiques and stuff. And they're having, I believe, photo finish and hoity toity. If I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I'm probably butchering it. And Rarity decides to have Applejack as the third judge, based on practicality and honesty. And she's like handing out flyers throughout Ponyville and stuff. And and then Applejack, after some time of thinking about it, and she agrees to doing it. And when they all get together and meet the designers and stuff, we find out that Miss Pamela herself has recently had a fashion show, and surprisingly enough, Rarity wasn't unaware of it, though apparently Equestria was. And when Hoity Toity and Photo Finish were showing off some of the photos of her designs, one of them being like a disco ball-y design look. And when Rarity Applejack sees it, she basically laughs at it, making fun of it or whatever, and causes Photo Finishes to faint and stuff, which is really nice to see that, they're, getting a nice little callback / reference to Coco Pamela, which we haven't seen her, I believe, since season 6. I think we saw her in season 6, I can't really remember. Oh yeah, that's right. She was in a Saddle Row review episode, and and throughout the episode, we get to see Applejack, making all the designers make their designs more practical, and not really getting the impression that she needs to really learn to appreciate these designers' passions for fashion and stuff. And and when Applejack is getting ready for the end of the night, and is walking past Pinky, she's like, "Oh, hi, how's the fashion show going so far?" And Applejack is great, but obviously it isn't. And we see Pinky with I guess, acoustic guitar. I'm not sure exactly if that's a acoustic guitar or not, or maybe some other string instrument, but I'm going to assume it's a acoustic guitar. And when Rarity passes by, Pinkie Pie picks up on Rarity's tension, and then she's like, you should try playing this guitar. Music helps calm you down. And we get a nice little, I'm sure this is going to spawn a lot of memes, fan arts and stuff, of Rarity really thrashing it on the acoustic guitar, and literally on fire and stuff, which was really funny little gag they did in this episode. So yeah, that was great. And then the next scene, we get the same sort of thing with Applejack, making the dresses that the designers have come together with more practical, and you can see how annoyed they're getting with it all. And then Applejack finally just states how she really feels about the art of fashion, and that she says fashion is ridiculous, which is really hurtful to these designers. It's what they put their heart, soul into, blood, sweat, and tears into making. It's their life, essentially. And and really upset Rarity, and the show is about the fashion contest. Emily is getting cut off because hoity-toity and Photo Finish felt very offended and disrespected towards, and they didn't want to come here to be disrespected, so they decided to leave. And when Applejack goes to check up on Rarity just doesn't have enough with it, and she takes Applejack to see, I guess, like a friend of hers named Strawberry Sunshine, Strawberry Sunrise, I believe, yeah, who is honestly probably like the pony equivalent of the whole Wendy's thing. I wouldn't be surprised if the writers were thinking of the Wendy's, but then again, I'm pretty sure this is probably coincidence, since I'm sure these episodes are written far in advance. So yeah, with this character, she doesn't like apples, Strawberry Sunrise, and when Applejack's like, what, why, and she's like, just like cares, just like gives a lot of sass to Applejack and completely wrecks her with her opinion of apples, and like really triggers Applejack. And it's from that Applejack learns that you can't degrade someone's love for something just because you don't understand it or really appreciate it like they do. Like how she feels about apples and stuff. And then Applejack decides to gather all the designers and judge back together, and she literally ropes the judge designers and apologizes and tries to make up, and asks them to please continue to do this fashion contest, not just for me but for Rarity. And they agreed. Applejack really helps out, helps, put it to the metal, and really, fasting the whole process up, and to be able to get the fashion contest on the roll. And the contest itself was really neat. We get to see these different, styles of fashion designs, from folly girly to futuristic to very gothic, and and then all the designers, all the judges except for Applejack pick one, and Applejack just picks them all, which happens to be what they pick, and they all get to be part of Rarity's fashion boutiques of designs and designers. And Rarity's going to have Lacey Lou's designs over there, and then Inky Rose's designs over there, and that designer's design over there, and which is really nice. It's giving all three designers a fair chance and stuff. And they laugh about it after Applejack sees this failed design that Rarity had came up with, and even Rarity's like, oh yeah, that's just a little mistake that I made. And the episode ends right there. Overall, I would give this episode would be a 7 out of 10. Not nearly as good as the previous episodes, but still interesting nonetheless. Tell me your thoughts in the section below. Did you really enjoy this episode? If so, if not, leave a like, comment if you have subscribed.
Yes, until next time, people, I'll catch y'all later.